Hi, folks. This is Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair, and I've got a really special treat for you guys today. Today we're going to be demonstrating the Telex 12-tape automatic changer, which is probably a pretty rare collectible in that I've only gotten maybe 3 of these in the 11 years I've had this business online. And this video, I'm simply going to explain the operation of all the controls and switches. Because the instruction manual might be harder to find than the actual units. Thankfully, I do have the instruction manual. As you can see, Telex was bought out by a company called Quadtron, and that's who actually put out this version of the operation and service manual. So the first thing that I'll say is the carousel that holds the tapes is removable. And to remove it, you want to flip this tab up like that, and then the carousel just pulls right out. Now, one thing I need to explain here, and this is a very important issue, is that these carousels, I have 2 in my possession at the moment, and both of them have one of the tape retaining plastic tabs broken off. You can see that there's a tab right there, but there's no tab on this slot. So these are prone to breakage because I've got a broken one on both carousels, and when they break, they're likely to fall down inside the mechanism and jam it up. Now, these tabs are only required if you remove the carousel to load tapes into it. If you if you don't mind leaving the carousel in place while you load the tapes, which is perfectly fine, then you can just go ahead and break off all these tabs and never have to worry about a tab falling down in the machine and jamming it up. Now, another point to consider is that this carousel, there's an arrow. At the number 12 tape slot, there's an arrow here that you can see right now. That has to line up with the arrow that's on the lock mechanism. The arrow is pointing this way currently, so we're going to unlatch it, and we're going to put this carousel on with the arrows facing each other, and then just press that tab down, and it locks the carousel in place. So, moving on to explanation of the controls. Of course, you've got your volume, tone, and balance controls. I'm sure those don't need explaining. You have a switch here labeled load and play, and when you're loading tapes, or if you want to pull the tapes out, you want to put this in the load position, and that releases any tape that might be in the current play position. And then, obviously, when you are ready to play your tapes, then you flip this over to play, and it'll start playing itself. And another consideration is that anyone who does not have the instruction manual won't know this, but there always has to be a tape in the number 12 position, because that is a position that enables certain functions, and if there's no tape in the number 12 position, then those functions won't be available. So you don't have to load 12 tapes into the cartridge. You can load any number that you want, but you want to balance the weight, of course. If you load a tape in number 7, then you would put the other tape in number 12, and so on. So moving along, we're going to talk about these switches here. This top switch is for the aux input, and obviously in that position, it will not play tapes. Instead, it will reproduce a signal that's fed into the rear panel aux jacks. Okay, the next one is labeled A4. In this position, the unit will play a tape all the way through all 4 programs before moving on to the next tape automatically. This next switch here is A1. This will play 1 track of every tape in succession, and then after it's played all 12 tapes, it'll switch over to the next program, and then it'll play that particular program on all the tapes in succession. So this is really nice if you want to have like a sort of a shuffle play simulation for parties and stuff. You can listen to Dean Martin for 15 minutes, and then it'll automatically go to AC/DC for 15 minutes if you have that wider range in your musical taste, which actually I do. Okay, so we've covered that. Just go back over these both real quick. A4 will play the entire tape before switching to the next one. A1 will play 1 program of every tape before switching to the next one. The next switch we have is repeat, and all that does is disengage all the automatic track change functions, and it'll play the same program on 1 tape over and over and over until you change the setting. And now the last setting here, the last switch is called select, SEL. If you press select, then it will jump straight to the tape that you have selected on the selector switch. This selector switch is numbered 1 through 12. And if you press select at any time, then it will automatically jump to the tape that's shown in the window here. and then this is your power switch, off on, of course. Alrighty, so now that we've described all the features and functions, I'm going to end this video because the next video might take a little bit longer. I don't know how much time limit I have on my YouTube uploads. I'm not a video expert or anything close to an expert on uploading YouTube videos. My expertise lies in 8-track repairs, of course, and classic car radio repairs. So we're going to end this particular video, and I will see you on the next one.